True or false? An applicant should never speak negatively about their mentor during an interview. Remember your answer, and I'll see if I can change it in the next 3 minutes. So, story time. During an interview I had with a PD during my first cycle, I was asked to share a time when I made a mistake. I shared the first situation that came to mind, which went something like this. Basically, I had just started at a new clinic, and there were 2 light switches on the slit lamp. One to just control the slit lamp light, and the other that alternates between the room light and the slit lamp. I must have flipped the wrong switch because by the time my attending came in after me, he flipped the switch and it didn't flip like he expected it to. After fiddling with the switches for a few seconds, things were working normally again, but my attending just completely lost his temper. His face turned beet red, he started yelling at me, and he ordered me to leave the room, all while the patient was sitting there. I told that story, and then my interviewer asked me, "So what did you learn from that?" And I said, "Well, I learned to never hit that light switch again." I laughed because what other answer could I give? I just wanted to show that I could suck it up and not make the same mistake twice, but he seemed dissatisfied with my answer. In response, he told me his own story of a very similar experience he had when he was a fellow. His mentor used fear to run his clinic. He was constantly yelling, micromanaging, and everyone was always scared to make the smallest mistake. My interviewer shared that his mentor never cared about him as a person, never congratulated him on big life events like when he had his first son, and even rewarded employees who perpetuated toxic behavior like turning patients away at the door. And then he said something that shocked me. He said that the lesson he learned from this experience was that his mentor's tactic of leading through fear was not the type of leader he ever wanted to be. He explained that now, as program director, he makes a point to lead his clinic the complete opposite way, with empathy and respect toward everyone and a commitment to never turn away a patient in need, even if it prolongs clinic or is outside clinic hours. I had always thought it was a huge no-no to say anything remotely negative about a mentor, especially in an interview situation. But the way he shared his story changed my perspective. Even though he brought up his mentor's flaws, he wasn't being disrespectful. He transformed his negative experience into a positive message that reflected his own values. He still appreciated everything his mentor taught him while also recognizing what he didn't want to carry forward. His story taught me that you can still deeply respect someone's expertise while also acknowledging their setbacks and how they shape the kind of physician or leader you want to be. That level of honesty and self-awareness is what shows real maturity. So if you asked me back then, I would have 100% said true. But now I think I'm leaning towards false, especially if it's done the right way. What about you? True or false?